Well, what's going on, everybody? LoneGemini here, finally bringing you the Tower of Babel achievement. After much heartache, heart attack, aneurysms, and overall wanting to kill myself, I finally have this goddamn achievement accomplished, and I'm going to bring you the footage, just like I said I would. Unfortunately, however, I did not have my recorder hooked up, so all of the footage, or most of it, you're about to see is coming from the theater mode. Thank God for Treyarch putting that in. Overall, however, this achievement is not that difficult. I just had a lot of stupid shit happen along the way. So, having that said, you don't have to be a badass zombie player to be, trying to get this achievement. So if you just follow the steps I'm about to show you, that's all you're going to have to do. I am going to show you the Dr. Maxis side of this achievement. If you want to try the Dr. Richtofen side, I'm going to try it as well, so maybe one day I'll bring you that footage. But the Dr. Maxis side is a lot easier to accomplish. So our goal here is to get the achievement for Black Ops 2 that says, in transit, obey the voices. Now, those voices are Dr. Maxis or Dr. Richtofen. So, if you want to do the Dr. Richtofen side, that's where you do the power on. And that's a lot harder, and I'll do a later video on that if I get that done. We're going to go over the Dr. Maxis with a power off in this video. So, step 1 is you need to collect all the obelisk pieces. Now, I'm not sure if this is required for the Dr. Maxis side. I do know it's required for the Dr. Richtofen side. So let's jump in on how to collect those pieces. To build the obelisk, you need 4 pieces. That's going to be the meteor, the radio, the circuit, if that's what you want to call it, and the board. Now, everything but the meteor can spawn in 2 different locations. That meaning the board, the radio, and the circuit can spawn in 2 different spots, and the meteor is in one spot and it will always be there. Now, what's nice about this step, though, is if you get this done first, it will save in your progress, meaning when you come back and play a different game or whatever, it'll always be set up once you set it up, and everyone who's playing that game has it set up. Okay, piece number 1, the meteor. It will always be in the bus stop. You must crouch down to pick it up. Piece number 2, the radio. That will be in the diner, inside of the garage, right on top of this filing cabinet. If it is not there, it will be in Nocturne Toten. You have to go all the way back, and it will be on another filing cabinet, I guess. What's nice about the radio, though, is if it's not in the diner, you can come back last for it because it's already in the cornfields where you need to build all 4 of these pieces anyway. Alright, piece number 3, the circuit. That is in the farm right next to the fridge. If it is not in the farm, it will be in the town. You gotta go all the way back to the building opposite of Jug. It will be right by these dumpsters, right on the ground. Just look around for it. You should be able to find it quite easily. Now, the last piece is the board. That'll be in the power room, right where all the lava is. As everyone knows, be careful. Don't fall in the lava. It will kill you. If it is not there, it will be in the tunnel right above those steps. Okay, so once you've collected all 4 pieces, you have to build the obelisk in the cornfields. I would suggest taking the bus if y'all are inexperienced with running through the fog. If you know how to run through the fog, I mean, all you really have to do is knife the face scratchers or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, get underneath the tower. It will be opposite of Nocturne Toten. And build all 4 pieces. The spot's kind of hard to find, so just poke around for a little bit. Once you have all 4 pieces built up, it will look like that. Okay, moving on to step number 3, turning on the power. It is required for you to turn on the power in order to release the electric guy or the Avogadro. The Dr. Maxis side of this achievement or Easter egg must have the power off, but you have to turn it on first in order to release this dude. So once you turn the power on, he'll be released. I would suggest leaving it on in order to get all your perks and get all set up while you're waiting for him to spawn. He will go up to the sky once you release him, but you still have to wait for him to spawn back. And that's where I would leave the power on in order for you to keep your perks. Okay, step number 4, getting EMP grenades from the box. This is where I would suggest having money in the bank, because sometimes these EMPs could cost you a lot of goddamn points. Okay, like I said in step 3, you could wait to turn the power off until the electric guy spawns. I had a lot of bullshit happen, so I just turned the power on and off and did the Easter egg straight up. So I would suggest waiting to turn the power off, however. Step 6, spawning the electric guy. Now, I've heard a lot of rumors on how to, get him to spawn, putting down turbines and all that crap. But the most effective way I've seen is when you see lightning in an isolated spot like you see right now, that probably means he's on a different part of the map. Now, when you see electric all the way around the sky, that means the electric guy is at that spot. At least that's the theory. So once you see the sky like that, you need to kill the last zombie. Either save a crawler or a runner. I would suggest a runner since crawlers die very easily and they don't spawn back like runners do. You need to kill the last one when the sky is like that, wherever you are. If you're trying to spawn them in a different spot and bring them to the tower, that's fine. I would suggest everyone just getting underneath the tower and waiting for the sky to go like that and then killing the last zombie. This is probably the hardest part of this Easter egg, so just try to get him out there. Step 7, kill the Avogadro under the obelisk. You need to put up 2 turbines on either side, just like you see. Wait for him to get underneath the tower. He must be underneath. He cannot be a little bit outside. He's got to be there. You will hear Dr. Maxis going off this entire time about, when you turn the power on, he'll say, good job, but we need you to turn the power off in order for you to do this. So you can kind of follow what Dr. Maxis is saying, but if you follow this video, it'll be just the same. Either way, it'll work. Don't be an idiot like me and wait for Dr. Maxis to tell you to kill the creature. It does not matter. Once the Avogadro is underneath the tower, throw the EMP at him and kill him. He will do his little spinny thing and go up top. Step 8, and this is the final step. Putting 2 turbines under any 2 lights. The power must still be off at this point after you kill the Avogadro. All you have to do is go to any 2 lights and put turbines down. I would suggest doing the ones at the bus stop and the diner since they are not underneath the fog. Once that happens, you will hear Dr. Maxis go off. The orange light will appear and it will shoot towards the obelisk or the tower. And there you go. That should be your Tower of Babel achievement. And like I said, it wasn't that hard. It was just a motherfucking asshole bitch. And it really pissed me off. But just because of stupid stuff. But anyway. So where do we go from here? What is next? This Easter egg is way too simple. There's way too much stuff on this map. There's just too many coincidences and just stuff that Treyarch put into this Easter egg that just made it way too easy. And maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe there's just more going on that I'm making mountains out of whatever holes, and it's just really aggravating. But if you see the outline of the obelisk when those orange lights appear, it reminds me of the rockets either from the moon from Black Ops 1 or Ascension. So I think it's tied to either one. I'm thinking more Ascension because of the small Easter egg that was on that map, but who knows. So after I completed this Easter egg, I saw this orange light, and other people have seen this too on these street lamps. I'm not sure what they do. I'm sorry about the poor quality. Like I said, I didn't have my recorder hooked up while this was going on. So I'm not sure what these orange lights are for, but they only show up, I think, like the game after or the game during you complete the Easter egg, and I haven't seen it ever since. And a lot of people don't know what it's about either. Once it leaves there, though, it goes to the box. Now, my theory is You have to get the gun that the orange light appears on, and maybe there's something that you have to do with that gun. You have to shoot a certain something, whatever it is. Either way, I think there's more to this Easter egg. Maybe you have to wait for future DLC. Who knows? We'll find out eventually. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you achieve this. And as always, it's been LoneGemini, and until next time.